Ladies and gents, welcome to reaction. This is how are these men of God affording $1 million watches? Watch out, Nico, Leonard. Yeah, these are those evangelicals, I think. Apparently, who flexes their wealth. I don't know what that is. Psychologically, I guess I understand. Still, it's so weird. Like they probably buy they buy those things from all the money that were donated to them in their churches. These are the same people with like these ginormous churches, right? I don't know what's this called, but like these churches are like mega churches or whatever. It's like really big churches, like arena level thing. They can house tens and thousands of people. As far as I remember, I think that's the case. That's just insane to me. The level of wealth they have, like private jets, mansions, like damn, all right. They literally flex in front of people. That it's not even low key, right? So yeah, I'm pretty sure I watched them watch who they are first, I guess 10 or so years ago on John Oliver, I think. And I'm like, oh damn, I didn't know someone like that exists. And then I've been like, a lot of videos have been made since then. So yeah, Nico is going to talk about watches. Apparently their watch is the one they wear. I'm sure it's just going to be like, Pateks and like all that, Richard Milles and shit like that. Really expensive one. So let's watch this one.
Today I'm reacting to the watches worn by the leaders of very corrupt churches, or the priests, or the pastors. This is wild. Just a really important disclaimer. This has nothing to do with religion. I'm not making fun of any religions or whatever, but I am making fun of these idiots that using God to profit. Let her have it. First off, Stephen Chandler.
There is not one miracle in the Bible, 66 books, where God made somebody rich. And I got bad news. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. So if he ain't make nobody rich in the Bible, he ain't. Some of y'all, Pastor, you just completely ruined my faith. I'm believing for supernatural increase. I'm believing for $1 million check in the mail. Well, if it comes, it ain't from God. What about the widow who went to the prophet and said that she was starving and had no food, and the prophet told her and she went and made a lot of money? God did not give her wealth. He gave her a strategy of how to provide for herself.
Listen, I kind of agree with him. Like, genuinely, like, I'm relatively religious. I believe there's something. I can't pinpoint what it is, but there's too many miracles happening in my life. Like, I wanted to give him but there's no reason to give shit. God made him a priest and he made money being a priest. Or is he not a priest? I don't know.
I'm Indian, so like I'm automatically religious. I don't know, but I'm very scientific as well. So it's like a struggle that I come to a point where let's not think about it type of way. But yeah, this was like very low key in a certain way. Like I was expecting something worse because I was seeing a clip of somebody just saying like, "Oh, you have cancer and you have just that money. What you gonna do with that money anyway?" Like, like sow a seed or something. And yeah, you're gonna be healed. Believe in God. Like I'm like, what kind of an asshole are you? Like, this is some really effed up thing people can do. That these people do it without any worry or anything, and they basically suck million out of people. That's insane. I'm pretty sure there's also another video of like I think I remember like from John Oliver, I think, but it's been 10 years, so I'm pretty sure this is the case. You have only $1,000 in your saving. You're not going to do anything with those $1,000. Sow seed and see those $1,000 multiplies. Knowing like, yeah, he's just treating them for suckers. But this was like relatively like mild. Like, okay, is this video going to be wholesome? I don't know.
I don't know what the difference is, to be honest. What he's wearing here on the left is a Hulk, reference number 116610LV.
Submariner,
Watch nickname
right?
is called the Hulk. The green Submariner, the green on green with the sunburst.
Like I was matching with his green.
Unbelievable watch. Love it. I would say it's worth between $17,000 and $20,000 for sure, depending on year and condition. Yeah, he's definitely making money. This is a lot of money, don't get me wrong, but it's not as excessive as I know that it's coming up. The other one is the two-tone bluesy, is the 116618. Where's the white gold? I don't know, I can't see it. It's white gold. Holy that's a wee bit more excessive. Jesus! White gold Submariner, the Smurf, 116619LB. Yeah, that's a wee bit more expensive. That's worth between $35,000 and $40,000. I mean, it's not cheap. Like Marvin Sopp. Oh, here's the big guns. Oh, he's at the big guns. Oh, here's the big guns. On this Instagram, profits and watches. That's funny, mate. There's someone saying it's a 5711, but he's actually wearing a 5990. So that's a wee bit different, but it's also more expensive. So let's see what he has to say.
Today, to get my license and ordination renewed, I don't mind telling you, I was 2 years behind. I had to pay $2,000 to get my ordination and my licensing renewed. I pulled out my credit card. I paid him $2,000. How in the world I'm going to preach up here and not lead?
He's also wearing a iced out day.
He asked me to give $800. Went in my pocket, gave $800. Because leadership lead and they understand the cost. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors. There's 1,000 of you tonight. If I get 1,000 in the sanctuary to give this, that's $40,000 tonight. I'm challenging each of you all down here to give a $20 seed.
Is he literally closing the doors until he raises for? Oh yeah. I don't think he.
Fuck you, give me my money. That is next level shit, man. Close the doors. Nobody's leaving until I get $40,000. What the fuck? I don't know, man. I don't know. That shit is next level. I don't know where the story was going. Like, he literally made a point like, you can't do shit without actually, like, how am I going to lead without pouring money? Like, that is the example you're making out of this. These people use biblical things and stories and use it in a way that's really questionable and just dupe people who's so fucked with life, like, who's got fucked with life so much that they just want to believe anything, right? It's not like they're stupid. I mean, some of them must be, like, that's just how statistics work. But a lot of them are just so tired, they just want to believe something. So it's very easy to get them duped, right? So people just like use it, and using just biblical stories like, see, it's in the Bible, it can't be wrong. Yeah, but you're not, like doing it right.
He needs $40,000. Looking at his watch that he's currently wearing, which is worth more than $40,000. And looking at his other watches, which are also significantly worth more than his.
Nico should have been in the crowd. How about sell your fucking watch, man? You'll get much more than $40,000.
$40,000. If we look at the watches of Pastor Marvin Sapp, indeed, his gold AP is worth between $110,000 and $120,000.
Damn.
And his Patek is worth about $120,000 as well.
Man needs his collection, like.
What the is this bro?
People give him it.
Manipulating people to donate to support their lifestyle?
Yeah, Nico's not American, right? He's Dutch, as far as I remember. He gets surprised by America a lot.
These pastors are people that sell courses.
Well, I feel like these are the same type of people. I wouldn't surprise me if they sell courses as well. I'm not gonna lie, this is worse because this is preying on someone else's. Well, the people that sell courses also prey on people's insecurity. But now you're preying on someone's belief. I've seen a clip once where someone is like, you need to donate.
No, selling courses is like, it's not the same thing, right? One thing is like you're duping people and using religion as a drive, and like you're creating this environment where you're supposed to help and you don't help, you just soak in the money. Course is like, oh, I'm teaching you this. People realize he's just bullshitting, people can just stop. Like, yeah, these courses don't work. It's not the same way as doing this religious way.
You need to donate.
Are you facing a financial difficulty right now? There's only one way out of it. Give to the Lord. Even that little you have left. God.
That little that you have, give it
Fuck
to
you.
God. Guy has a Gulf Stream. This is a disgrace. Before we get into the next scumbag,
Have $1,000, give to the Lord, as in me. Give me to be my church. That's what it is.
I want to introduce the new launch by IFL Watches. This is the Belova Honeycomb Absolute God tier, and every single watch is unique. Every single watch is hand painted, and I'm not gonna lie, I think it's quite cool. This watch is limited to 500 pieces, and get yours now before they all sell out. This one will definitely go quick. Next guy is called Todd. Mike is wearing a brick. We call that AP variation the brick.
Serve both God and
Benjamin in the background.
money. Jesus makes this so clear that I have to make it even clearer to you because most of us get this twisted. And I want to just acknowledge one more time.
Okay, seriously, what is with like the first guy? And is this the same guy? I don't know. Like, who's this is Mike Todd. That's the same guy, right? This is the same guy. Okay. Why does he doesn't look like your man of God type of person, right? Like he's like very like clean. The guy who looks like might be using iPads and shit with those glasses, right? With that man bun. He doesn't look like the man of God type of person. He looks like somebody's like living in Manhattan and just like, yeah, very modern-esque and just how he's wearing clothes and everything. Oh, okay, I guess.
That church many times has done a horrible job at painting this picture, watch this, without a request attached to it. so it feels like manipulation. It's like, you're gonna tell me all these things I need to do, and now I need you to take from what you do not have, and I need you to give it. And what that leaves people feeling is used. And I wanna apologize for any leader that has stood in a platform that has been raised and used money as a tool to manipulate.
Is he stating that you shouldn't give money? I'm pretty sure I saw a clip of him begging for money. Next up, Travis Green.
Yeah, like he's confusing me. What is he saying? Like even the first claim I was confused. Is he like the others? Is he trying to be nice, or is it like one like weird way of saying like give me money? What is he doing there? Like he's confusing.
Praying for a miracle. God's talking to her about management. We bought the building shy of $2 million, bought it cash. God gave me a vision that we would build an indoor playground. It was like, okay, cool, here's the price. $100,000 that we didn't have. So they say, you know what you should do? Just build a wall right there and put a picture on it that say coming soon. Come on, y'all been in them churches with the thermostat. And then I did something dangerous. I went and prayed. There was an email from Charles Schwab of $100,000. Angel donor, meaning we don't know who sent it. I know who sent it.
Praying for money, and all of a sudden he got money. You need to give people hope. That is what religion is about as well for me. And I have been in dark situations where religion and belief gave me a lot of hope and direction. However, I cannot argue methods. This is his method, as long as he helps people. I don't know if he's...
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like, look, man, this like... Should you be positive? Yes. Being cynical isn't good. Hopes are important, but it's like in which way, right? If you implement that in real life all the time, like you're basically jumping without knowing if there is a safety net or not. You might succeed, great. But if you don't, you're completely fucked. You need to put thought into it, right? You can't just do that. And like people think like that's anti-God, anti-religion. Why did God give you brain if you're not going to use it? That's just stupid. Anything you can argue, like these people argue about God, I can just argue just by you having things. Why would you have critical thinking if God doesn't want you to think that way, right? Oh, modern medicine, like we just gonna pray. Why would God give you medicine if God didn't want you to use it? Like, it's like, like this is a dangerous thing. See, all this is like, if you don't do it right, this is why that analogy of shepherd is constantly used in Bible, right? Like biblical things. You need to like do it right, because you can definitely do it wrong, right? So you need a good shepherd, right? Who like herd the sheeps, I guess. But if you don't do it right, that's fucked up, because there is a way to not do it right, which a lot of people do. All these people with jets and things, using money that people gave, right? Just so, they were feeling like, oh, we're going to give it to church. Church is going to get better. Church is going to help the needy, which is what church is supposed to do. No. He's going to buy a jet. That's what he's going to do.
Profiting off it. I don't know the guy. I think we should maybe investigate this further and go even more deeper in this and make another video. But all I see here is a piece of shit Rolex, which is not $24,500. It's worth an absolute maximum of $10,000. Of course, depending on the diamonds. But what you see here is an aftermarket piece of shit. And I don't know the guy, but he looks a wee bit like Kevin Hart, to be honest. Guillermo Maldonado. Nada. He loves his Patex. Well, let's have a look.
Just to give you an example, if I had been paying for the...
He's actually wearing a ceramic Daytona worth about $27,000 as well. He's wearing it.
It's a Kevin Hart.
Interest for this building, I will be still paying it, and I was supposed to pay $75,000 per month just in interest. But by the grace of our Lord Jesus and his provision, we build this building now.
No. He's not wearing the white ceramic Daytona worth 27. He's wearing the platinum ceramic Daytona worth $110,000.
And his provision, we build this building now is only $40 million, and we don't owe anything. We believe God, he will supply that money. That's the plan of the enemy. He doesn't want you to give into another kingdom.
So who is the enemy? Is the enemy a different pastor?
No, so he's saying the devil doesn't want you to give your money to the church.
So you know you're dead, so you already have a debt of $64,000. That's your debt, every American, average. So in other words, The moment you came to this earth, you were born in a spirit of death. Because the Bible says the wages of sin are death.
Instant quoting engine.
I don't even pay for YouTube Premium, to be honest. Give me your money. This guy is a proper scumbag. He's wearing...
Yeah, alright, look man, that's not how debt work. Like, you have $40 trillion economy, that's your GDP, right, every year. Like, debt doesn't work the way people think. People just think, oh, this is just like debt people have, like per person have with banks and things. That's not how it works. It's kind of complex, but yeah, I guess they're going to use that as a statistic as well. Why not?
A $110,000 Daytona. He has a 5712, which is a lovely watch, which is worth about, at the moment, $130,000. A Aquanaut 5167, which is worth about $100,000. That alone is $300,000. And this is his job. So how much do you get paid, really? All these watches are paid by the people that are in that room. You tried to convince them to give you their hard-earned money. That is what God wants. You're a disgrace. Next up is, what is his name? Jesse Duplantis.
You know what? There was a I guess OnlyFans model. I don't know what that means. Once said like, okay, somebody asked question, what about your kids? What are your kids gonna say? And she said, if my kid's gonna cry, they can cry in a Ferrari, implying that I'll have so much money I don't care. So Nico saying that, I was saying that as well. People point blank saying that you should be ashamed. They are not. They have $300,000. Just two watches worth $300,000. Not to mention mansions and jets. They don't care what you think. They don't care how much backlash they get. If they can do it, they will. There is no stopping them. And I'm pretty sure this is all tax-free, by the way. The government doesn't tax them. So it's like, yeah, even like big billionaires are like, oh, that's something.
Yeah, I'm hesitating to say, I don't want to say, because I'm going to get all kind of crazy and let people fight me. You'll have jewelry cost more in your house. Where? I'm telling you, listen to me. I'm telling you. My first house cost $14,700. I'm giving you a chance to write your check out. $14,700. My second house cost $81,900, and this watch costs more than that. Are you going to write me another letter? Let me tell you what, no. I can really give you, I don't mean that pridefully.
What the f***? He's loving it. He is he's laughing. Are you writing me a check or what? First class.
These are literally the type of people who like never had money. Then have so much money, they have to flex. They have to like, look at this bling. How like, like ice cream Lambo, whatever the fuck that is. Like nowadays people say it. Yeah, these are literally people who want to flex. Like they know like, it doesn't matter if I do that. People are still going to believe in church because that's how religions are. Religions are the only thing that I can do anything and say anything, and people are still going to believe in God, and they'll just believe I'm the guy from God, I guess. I speak for God.
Scumbag.
I live in the biggest house in the state of Louisiana.
Damn.
I have the biggest
look at
house
this shit
of
is
any
there.
preacher in America. I don't mean that arrogantly or pridefully. I have
Yeah,
a
you
name
do.
in my house, La Maison de Rêve, the house of dreams. You like going with the wind? My house has that same staircase that Scarlett O'Hara walked up.
I cannot deal with this. That is paid for by people that donate to church. That was meant for religious purposes, for helping communities, not to enrich these heads. Like, that is bizarre. Well, wearing casually $100,000 watch is not $160,000. That's a wee bit too much because you can buy them in around $100,000. A watch that was John Travolta, or what do you call the other guy? There's a famous photo of Nicolas Cage wearing that exact watch. It's one of the most horrible watches Rolex ever produced. I'm not gonna lie, but
Yeah, but like with Nick Cage and his rings, like it just fits perfectly.
it does go down in the history books as something funny. This one is abusing people's belief for money, and that's a scumbag move. And well, he looks old. Video looks old. I don't know if he's still alive, but you're gonna have to answer yourself, and you.
Yeah, but TikTok, how old is like it's? Yeah, because video could be old. Yeah, okay. One thing about like I've noticed, I've said in the past, but yeah, Americans, like it's very weird when it comes to anything French, right? You basically abuse anything French and just make fun of them. At the same time, you also see them as really cultured. You like quoting French things. You like French culture, right? So like he's literally like talking to the like religious people, I guess places like Texas or something who are more religious, and like, well, like Louisiana, like he said, and like literally flexing in front of them, like, I have the biggest estate, and like, yeah, named it something in French. It's like, how are people not getting pissed off about it? Like, what you did, what?
Drop dead son. Pastor Toby Spark.
But maybe if you are girls under construction.
I can't listen to this, man. Well, the watch is not worth 284,000, by the way. It's an aftermarket bullshit watch worth about 80k. But he probably paid a lot of money for it. But like, that is a scumbag. Nautilus 5980, but fully over with aftermarket bullshit. Then do it right. If you think you're a pastor baller, a baller pastor, you're not doing factory, then you cheap. You're stealing money anyway. So put in a proper watch, you head. At least then the watch is worth something. If you're then being arrested and your assets are being seized, at least those assets are worth something and can be sold to then be put into
I was
something.
about to say that, like, yeah, if you get caught or something, like everything get auctioned off, at least somebody will get the better watch for cheap prices.
Good, but now you've bought a piece of shit and wasted a lot of money. So you're a scumbag. My favorite person of all time. He loves.
I love this guy. There's a clip of him like threatening someone. I don't know who that was. And the way he says it with like big eyes, even I'm like, what the fuck? Everybody, let's take a step back. Let's create a distance between everyone. This shit is next level. The eyes, like, man, that's insane.
Bradling.
Mylon called me. He said, how many Breitlings do you have? And I said, I don't know, 36, I think. I haven't counted them lately. And I have, in my closet, I have winders, and there's a lot of them in there. And he said, I'm going to give you number 37. I said, great, Mylon. Now, he's believing God for his healing. He said, I'm giving you my Bentley, and it has a Breitling clock. Whoa, a Bentley with a...
The world is full of up people that abuses good people for their own gain. It is.
Yeah, but look at the hip-hop culture. The biggest and most popular, like song culture right now and like categories, hip-hop has been for like multiple decades, right? Most of them are just flex. Look at my watch, look at my Lamborghini, look at, like, there is a human nature who likes flexing apparently and gravitates toward that. Even like in YouTube culture right now, anybody flex, like there are literal creators who go out and flexes. Look at my this and that. They have a lot of views and a lot of subscribers and shit like that. Look at what I have. So like this pastor basically doing same thing and selling that as like, if I can do this, you can do this as well. This is what God gives you. Kind of psychologically you understand that. But still, like anyone, like if you use critical thinking, instantly you'll be like, what the fuck is this? So I don't know why people are not reaching that point.
Brutal. Oh yeah, he's a psychopath, bro.
You said that you don't like to fly commercial because you don't want to get into a tube with a bunch of demons. Do you really believe that human beings are demons?
No, I do not. And don't you ever say I did.
Fucking hell. Look at that face.
Look at that. Let's keep a distance. Jesus. It's even his eyebrows, man. Like he talks about God and like staying away from the devil, but look at how his face. He looks like somebody who gets casted. You know, like in like some Nicolas Cage movie or something, who gets casted as devil or something. Right? With that face, with that eyebrow, with those eyes, like, all right.
Like, I think the devil is scared of him. That's how scary this is. Look at him. But let me clarify this, right? These people are not doing anything good. They're rinsing people from their hard-earned money to benefit themselves and buy 37 Breitling watches and private jets and Bentleys and all sorts. I can't believe that. When the Pope wears a Casio and these get away with all this bullshit. Maybe it's not really that public, but I think we need to make this a recurring theme. Just go and blast them and blast them and blast them. And just go, whenever I'm in America, just go towards them. I see you bought a new AP. Why not from Pride and Pinion? No, all joking aside, I don't want that money. I don't ever want that money of any of these. If you want to buy a watch and you're not taking advantage of people, Pride and Pinion Doc.
Yeah. This like man of God thing is like, has been there like for many years, right? Even John Oliver back then, when he had this effect, where John Oliver effect, whatever, like whatever he makes a video, people are like, what the fuck, John Oliver made this video. I don't know if he has that effect anymore or not. But even then he made this video and like it's still a thing. So this is not the type of thing that's going away. Even government wouldn't touch this, not taxing them and things like that. So I guess it's up to people. This is where freedom and democracy comes in. If people gets duped, I guess that's what happens. What you gonna do? Like it's in the end of it's freedom, right? It's up to people. There you go. All right, well, if you like my next one, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.